उपदेश सहस्री 1831 से आत्मा भाषो यदा अहंकृत आत्म शब्द तद उच्यते उल्मुकादो यथा अग्नि अर्था परार्थत्वान नोचो अंजसा just as words denoting the action of fire are applied only indirectly to torches etc having the fire in them and not directly as they imply, so words implying the self are applied to the ego having reflection of the self and appearing like it due to its proximity to the self. We say the torch burns, and what is to be applied to fire is made applicable to the torch also. Even though the verb burn is connected to torch, we know that torch is incapable of burning, and we therefore go to the fire, throw the torch, and ultimately burning is connected to fire, throw the torch, due to fire's relationship with the torch. Verse 32-33 says, Mukhad anyo mukhabhaso, यथा अर्थानुकार्थ आभासात मुखम अपि एवं दर्शान अनुवर्तना अहंकृत्य आत्मनिर्भासो मुखाभासम दृश्यते मुखवत अस्मित आत्मन्यो विभक्तौ तौ तथैव च. The reflection of a face is different from the face as it depends on the mirror. The face is also different from reflection because it does not depend on the mirror. Self is reflected in the ego like the reflection of a face. Like a face, self is different from its reflection, even though they are actually non-different. Acharya Shankara established here the self is worldly jiva through superimposition of ego and becomes liberated by negation of the superimposed ego. A reflected face has got modification according to the reflecting medium. If mirror goes backward, reflection will go back, and if mirror comes forward, the reflection also will come forward. Thus the reflection depends on the mirror. If mirror is broken, reflection is gone. It follows the mirror, but the original face does not follow the mirror. How can both be same? First he said that the reflection is different from face, and then he said the face is different from reflection. Reflection follows the mirror, face does not. The same thing is applied to the self and the reflected self. The reflected consciousness which alone experiences the world, depends on the ego. When ego comes, the world experience is possible, and when ego is gone, the world experience is also gone. Then Sankara says that even though the self, reflected self, and ego are counted as three, it is only for understanding that they are differentiated, while for the practical purpose, they are one only. Existence of ego, reflected self, is possible only in the presence of self. Of the three, self alone has independent existence, and the other two cannot exist independently. It is like rope and a snake. Conceptually, we differentiate a snake from the rope, but practically, there is no differentiation at all. मांडू की कारिका 467 से उभे ही अन्योन्य दृश्यते किम तद अस्ति इति नोचते लक्षणा शून्यम उभयम तन मतेनेव गृह्यते. Both the knowledge and object of knowledge are objects of perception to each other. None of them can be said to exist independent of the other. Both are devoid of marks by which they could be distinguished. For either can be cognized only through the other. Knowledge is there in relation to its object, such as a power, and object of knowledge, such as a power, is there in relation to its knowledge. Their awareness is mutually determined. Hence, their existence is denied by man of knowledge. Nothing whatsoever, be it knowledge or the object of knowledge, exists. Both knowledge and object of knowledge are devoid of any valid proof whereby they can be established. Either is perceived merely because of a perception of the other. योग वशिष्ठार 8:6 से ज्ञानम न भक्तो भिन्नम येयम ज्ञानात् पृथक नहीं अतो न आत्मे तरम किंचित तस्मात् भेदो न विद्यते. Knowledge is no different from you, and the object to be known is not separate from knowledge. Therefore, there is no object other than the self. Hence, there is a total absence of duality or distinction. मांडू की कारिका 333 से और कल्पजम अजम ज्ञानम गेया भिन्नम प्रत्यक्षते ब्रह्म गेयम अजम नित्यम येन अजम विबुधते. The knowledge, object of knowledge, and the knower, all the three are non-conceptual, birthless, eternal, and non-different from each other.